Okay, so some of the final steps here for assignment 1A. Had them wrapped up. I kind of been watching them, letting them dry nice and slow. I'm going to take them out of the plastic. They're really nice and firm and rigid. They're what's called a dry leather hard, which is kind of like a Parmesan cheese consistency. You can still cut them, and they cut really quite cleanly. But they're not too dry and they're not too soft. So you can square up all these edges. You can take off any sharp edges by running your fingers down the sides. You can make sure all these slots are kind of the appropriate sizes for all these to fit together really well. If I had left them uncovered, they would be this bone dry stage, which is a really brittle stage, and I can't really cut it. If I cut it, it just kind of goes to crumbs. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for you to get it all cleaned up, all exactly how you want it, and then I'm looking for you to assemble it and then upload a photograph of it assembled from any angle, doesn't really matter, but that's what I want to see. Ultimately, I'm going to fire these things for you. We're going to set up a time for you to drop them off. I'm going to fire them for you. You're going to choose a glaze. I'm actually going to glaze them for you and then fire them again as well. After you get it exactly how you want it and assembled, you actually want to let these things dry in a flat position, and you want to let them dry slowly. So I would position them flat on a board. You could actually stack them. They won't dry as quickly that way, but we don't necessarily want them to dry quickly. Getting them flat on a board like this, and then covering them loosely with plastic so they're not covered on both sides, and so a little air can get underneath them, will allow them to dry just at the right pace. So you see how it's kind of open on the edges here? I can let some air escape. Remember, I want that image of your assembled piece uploaded, and then you're kind of setting these aside to dry. All right, end of week 2.